Well, I can certainly say that we have reached our destination. Wow, this looks great! It does, huh? So, where to now, sir? You know what, kid? That is a really good question, because I have no idea where we are. Getting lost somewhere can be one of the scariest things that will ever happen to you. Imagine waking up in the middle of a desert not knowing how you got there. That would really suck. Oh, shit. It's really bad because you never know when you're going to find a way back to where you were. I mean, you have to get your own food, build a shelter, and you miss out on some very important stuff. Like video games. I've gotten lost I think twice in my life, but I'm going to mention the second time I got lost since the first time was just me crying in a zoo. So we got lost in Tahiti. My family stayed at a hotel with a pool and great service, but they wanted to explore the island a bit more, so they hired this driver to take us to special landmarks on the island. She picked us up in a green truck and told us to get in the back. The back of the truck was basically a pickup truck with a canopy over it and some seats. Let me tell you that this setup was not ideal. I'm not complaining because I expected a luxury plane to pick us up, but the problem is that Tahiti is very humid, which made it very hot. Here's an example. Finally, I'm here in Tahiti. What adventures rate me off? It actually made me consider suicide as an option. It was that bad. Eventually you get used to the humidity and it's fine, but when the tour bus came, we were only here for 2 days. So it was not fine. And this woman was inside the proper part of the vehicle with full AC and listening to pop music. The tour guide did take us to some cool places. We went to a vanilla plantation and we actually were able to buy some vanilla. We also went to a pineapple plantation. Is this a proper plant? And then we looked over a hill. That was all fun and stuff, but it was our last destination when it all went to shit. We were brought to this forest and the lady told us that a few minutes away there was a big shrine that we could take pictures of. I was really excited because it would have been so cool to see an actual shrine. We got a bunch of rocks. Well, isn't this a sight for sore eyes? I'm going to pause here because I want to point out that these rocks apparently were the shrine. But at the time, we thought that these were a random pile of rocks. We wanted something grander. We continued on what we thought was the path, although we should have known we were doing something wrong when we had to cross a river. We started to walk for a while and me and my brother got bored, so we started going ahead of our parents. As time passed, there was a lot of random twisting and turning, until our parents were shouting to us. Turns out we walked so far away that we left our parents behind and they couldn't find us. When we were reunited, our parents vowed to kill us both. But we had more pressing matters. Mike, I am going to kill you. As soon as we get home, you're in big trouble. Now, do you remember how to get back? Yeah. I immediately found out that we were walking in circles. We were actually scared because we had no water and my mom seemed to have gotten the flu or heat stroke, either one would have done it. We walked for a very long time. We accidentally walked into someone else's plantation at one point. Hey, this plant seems familiar. We eventually found the river that we crossed and we made it back to where we were dropped off. But guess what? Our bus driver wasn't there. The lady got so bored waiting for us that she left with our stuff. We had no water. I was going to die from dehydration in 10 seconds. We called the lady to come back and pick us up and she came back with a whole other tour group. This lady left and started a second tour. If I was a tour guide, I would have made sure that my customers came back, not leave them and fetch another group.